Sit.
Preparing to live stream.
Be cute. Be cute.
Boom.
I love you too.
And we're live.
I love you.
Welcome, everyone.
I love you too.
Love Fest going on.
Too. Oh,
This
I love
podcast
you too.
lockdown series
Oscar,
number 5.
This is when Oscar's being cute.
Oscar's
Hi.
being cute.
Oscar's being super cute. He's about to be a jerk.
He was barking a moment ago. He's suddenly calmer.
Oscar loves to interrupt Puffcast, but guess what? I got a bone for you, buddy. You want a bone?
Get the cast going.
We'll get this going. Welcome to the Puffcast, everyone.
Yes.
My name's Joey, aka Puff Mama, and this is our live stream madness here
Let's mute
in the
TV.
lockdown.
Is can you mute on this one?
Side one right there.
There we go.
We like to. You want that? Yeah. Does that sound good to you? Is that good to you, buddy? There we go. Oh, look who's got a happy face. There we go. We do that now to get him to calm down a little bit. Maybe if he's got a bone, he's not so crazy. He likes to be a part of the podcast, though. I think he wants to be involved and he doesn't know how. What are you gonna do?
Definitely wants to participate during conversations.
Well, I don't think I actually introduced myself in case we actually have a new. Well, I'm Puff Mama. Elkill, known as Joey. That's Oscar. This is Johnny Rogers. He's helping me do tech. He's also my roommate, so don't judge it that we're sitting less than fucking 6 feet. It's a 2-for-1. That's exactly it. Usually you get to just watch a single person. And well, we actually got some great guests this week too. I've got a cannabis activist named Amy Brown, who also goes by Amy Anonymous. I like Anonymous better, but and we also got 2 comedians, Aliya Kanani and Monty Scott. So it's going to be a super fun cast. I'm excited.
Show, yeah.
I'm excited.
Super funny people. See what they've been up to.
Well, who knows, eh? We haven't seen each other.
Everybody's so different. It's crazy, like getting to see all these people again, and then they're like Brian's leading a totally different life, and there's just everybody's doing interesting things.
I think that this has been a catalyst for a lot of people. Definitely myself. I'm definitely a catalyst into a whole new lifestyle and a whole new way of doing things. If you'd have told me a year ago I'd be doing live stream videos and living in a whole new apartment and having a whole different life with my club and storage, I'd be like, huh? What? We just heard of the virus a year ago, about this time. It was like, what's going on? Something going on in China? Now it's here. I don't know, whatever. Here's my show.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm really hoping that this vaccine will get fucking business rolling again. I hate to say it, but
they gotta open up at some point. I mean,
it's gotta open up soon.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, I'm never gonna get that vaccine. I don't know. Fuck. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I don't. If you want to get the vaccine, go right for it. Go right for it. If it makes you feel comfortable and we can get our lives back in order, go right for it. I don't know. I'm too funny.
Are you like
I don't like
paranoid
needles.
About it? Are you just paranoid about needles?
Both. There hasn't been it's only been a year of research, and then suddenly there's all these different companies that are coming out with this, and I just find it funny in the end how quickly it came all about, and I don't trust nothing. I don't know. You know what I do trust though? You know what's better than the vaccine?
What's that?
Your immune system. Our immune system, guys. Okay, this is my rant for the week, okay? Our immune system will kill viruses. It kills bacteria. If you keep your immune system strong and you eat a lot of vegetables and fish and hemp, believe it or not, hemp seed is really, really good for your immune system. And,
hemp is good for a lot of
then
stuff.
you can get the COVID. Just live your life not to pass it, because someone else might not have a good immune system. That's why it attacks elderly people with compromised immune systems already. That's why those people suffer, is because, they have trouble with their white blood cell count. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know if you knew that our immune system, in order to build a white blood cell, it needs certain units, and omega 3, 6, and 9 in a very specific ratio to create a white blood cell. And hemp seed has that ratio in a
Interesting.
perfect ratio. How weird is that anyway? I don't want to be like, eat hemp, eat weed, it's the best. But I'm actually right on this one. I'm not just being like, I love my weed. Yeah.
I remember there was articles and everyone wasn't sure if it was like a joke or not, but they were saying early on that like pot smokers were more resistant against the virus, and I was like, I don't know.
I'm reading these reports and I'm super proud, but I don't want to toot the horn yet.
I would love for that to be the case, but it's like sometimes potheads, we stretch things a little far.
Sometimes, but most of the time there's a grain of truth, and we take that to the max.
It might just need time, right? It's been illegal for so long; it might just need time to be researched, and it could all be right.
Yeah,
just need to see it proven.
I don't know. That's all I know is that I don't know enough about the vaccine. I don't know enough about COVID, but you know what I do know is that my immune system can do it, and so can your immune system. And I gotta say is like, would you rather have a jab in the arm like all the time or eat a really delicious meal every day? I don't know
if it means I can fucking fly places again. That's what I'm worried about. They're not.
I'm probably if they do that, then I guess I'm like, well, I'm never flying again. I don't know. At least just give it a few months to see if a bunch of people die or if they get Bell's palsy or something from it. Like,
there was.
It's what happens.
Few cases that had that where they were like.
This is the 5% ineffective.
There was also the nurse in Ottawa who had gotten, I think he had done the double where you're supposed to get 2 shots for it to actually work. But he got COVID again after getting the vaccine. But he's a nurse, so he's like on the front line. So it's like
he's in that 5%.
He's constantly being exposed to it. So that's, probably a factor as well.
Anyway.
Or faulty tests. That could be it also.
Eat your fish and veggies. Eat your hemp, guys. Get some air. Some air. Just saying it's not going to cure COVID, but it'll fucking help like a lot. You'll just be a carrier instead of suffering. Anyway, all right, that's my rant. I could take up a million years talking about various shit, and I got to do some product shout outs before we bring on our first guest. So first thing, I'm going to shout out my cookies for the week. So I really like this one a lot. So if you're feeling low and you're feeling down, or if you have a friend who's feeling down, look, how about a bear hug? Bear hug cookie. Isn't that cute? I'm sorry. I like the little eyeballs. These little bear hug. Okay, so that's my cookie, first cookie. And then I showed these out last week, but I'm going to do it again. I made these great little Valentine cookies. So they're roses. So instead of sending someone some dead flowers, you could send them some cookies. I think that's better.
Probably better.
Right? It's a pandemic. I'd rather have calories in case the zombies come out than I got something packed away. Give me some dead flowers. What am I to hit a zombie with that? It's not going to happen. Anyway. Okay. Another thing I'm going to re-shout out again, my muscle rub. Okay. My muscle rub. I made this because I went through a lot of Tiger Balm this year. Like a lot. It just stressed out.
That shit is expensive.
It is expensive for a little tiny tube. It's like $9. So I made my own and it's all natural. So there's no petroleum grossness in it. Another thing I've been drinking a lot of, I showed this out once before, but I want to show it out again, is this stuff called Blue Lotus tea. I think you remember me talking about it.
Yeah,
Blue Lotus tea, there it is there. And it's really pretty blue flowers. And it's very calming. So if you're agitated or stressed out, it just makes you happy. You're not fucked up like weed. So for people who are worried about weed, like some people's moms don't want to take it, maybe get her to take some Blue Lotus. Or yourself. I've been drinking it. I love it. And another cute trick is if you take like about that much, so 5-7 grams, and you dump it all in a bottle of red wine, let it sit there a couple days, and you go to drink that wine, you are not drunk anymore. You will not get drunk off that wine. It's so fucked up. Very euphoric, almost aphrodisiac.
Okay.
So for all you
almost aphrodisiac.
Well, some people say it's an aphrodisiac.
Some people report they're like, you know what? I got a little turned on after drinking that.
Felt a little good after that one. Anyway, that's that trick. And then one last shout out. I really want to give another shout out to the All Pets guys. All Pets on Church Street really treat me well when I go in for my dog shit, and they gave me lots of treats. This bone that's Oscar's chewing, didn't give it to me, I bought it, but they provided me with their beautiful services. They also have CBD. So if you want some CBD, go to All Pets on Church Street. All right.
So people are always looking for CBD. So
yeah, like it's like a really big thing now.
Commonly asked for a thing.
Especially, why would I have an asshole dog when I could give him CBD?
Yeah.
But it's also good for, for dogs, say if they have like, psoriasis and they're itching a lot, or if they have, pain, arthritic pain, it just sort of takes the edge off.
All kinds of things is good for it.
Anyway, so I think we're going to try and bring our next guest on. So our next guest actually is a prominent Toronto cannabis activist. Legalization would not have happened without this bitch, let me tell you. She is awesome and I love her a lot. Is she connected?
Yeah.
Guys, everyone say hi to Amy Anonymous. Hey.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Can you hear you? We don't have your hearing. Get your audio.
Here.
You got to do that.
Yeah, let's get the audio. That's my bad.
Oh, thank God.
There we go. No, yeah, I know, right?
I know.
I always like giving the other person that little scare. It's like, wait, did I do something? It's like, no, it's me.
I was having issues with my audio earlier. So when you're like audio, I'm like, oh, no, man.
The audience can hear you too, which is funnier. It's just us that probably can't hear you.
As long as it's working.
Fucking okay. Whatever. I'm just trying to make connections in this world. I miss everybody. And I thought this is a great way to just connect with everyone. And it doesn't have to be comedians. It can be my buddies.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, wow. I've been watching all your edibles online. God, I'm so fucking like inspired. Like the shit that you've been putting out there.
I love your cookies. Those rose cookies are gorgeous.
Aren't they
like
pretty?
Gorgeous.
Thank you. I want to learn how to do the glitter technique that you do. That's what I want to do on that.
Just got to buy it. Shh, paint it. Make it. But you know what's funny about that glitter? Some of it you can't eat. Like, so obviously I don't use glitter you can't eat, but there's some that says like not for eating. And it's from like Baker's Warehouse and so on. So it's like, So be very careful if you buy any type of glitter, edible glitter, because sometimes it's just for decoration and not necessarily to eat.
That's crazy.
That's
right?
I would think that if they're selling it with the food, it would also be edible.
So they say non-toxic or edible. Non-toxic and edible are two different things, right? So go for that. I know.
That's like when they say on juice bottles, no added sugar. That doesn't mean that it has no sugar in it.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
That's funny. Oh, well. No, but my favorite one, though, is I saw you post today was there's dipped strawberries with little vaginas on some of them. And then she had written WAP on 3 of the strawberries. I was dying when I saw that. That was hilarious.
Thank you. You know, I'm bored. I can't lie. I'm bored. Lockdown is boring. So I'm just trying to keep busy. And I mean, food has always been something that busies me.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Especially the decorating part. Isn't it fun? Like there's the baking part, or I mean, dipping strawberries would be fun.
Yeah, you know, I just like being busy. I love food. I like being busy, and I love money. You know, like.
Yeah, that helps in life.
All things. You know, I just looked up at the way my camera was. Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm leaning over you. Hey, is this straight now?
All good.
Okay.
Right on. Well, that's a good way to get through pandemic. A lot of people have been baking. Thank God we're not making fucking sourdough.
Oh my God.
Dicks and pussies.
You know what was funny? For a while, there was no white chocolate anywhere. Actually, I guess that's not funny. But for a while, there was no white chocolate anywhere. And it was like, if you could find white chocolate, it was like the diamond in the rough, you know? But I got some, thankfully. But yeah, white chocolate was just going out. And then at one point, marshmallows. Like, what are people doing? Clearly what we're doing, you know?
Yeah, just like eating it. I was having trouble finding icing sugar. So
Really?
I ended up going to Bulk Barn, which I like going to Bulk Barn, but icing sugar is kind of a bitch to get in the bag. So, but what are you going to do? I did that.
Got to do what you got to do. Yeast
Like,
was
oh, fuck, icing sugar. I'm going to grab 8 bags.
You said yeast works as well.
Yeah, yeast was a problem when the sourdough people were all really
Yeah,
everyone was fucking bread.
Just bought up all the fucking yeast.
Ugh. Oh well. Anyways, so it's fun though to make these kind of edibles. I'm sad though, part of me, and I was going to ask you this question. I'm kind of sad that we can't just sell our shit at OCS because it's custom.
I know.
How do you feel about that? Or do you feel left out like I do?
You know, I tried to be like, I went on the legal side for a bit, clearly not with edibles. But the legal side, like, I do wish that we were more included, but I'm okay with not. You know, like making something under 10 milligrams is difficult.
Yeah. Like, fuck off.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, and it's like, how about you just learn how to take more? Or don't take it at all. Don't take it. Only people that can take it, take it.
Well, people have learned that with alcohol. Like you can buy, 4% beer, or you can get 40% alcohol. And alcoholics who drink,
And usually the good shit they lock in a cabinet.
Well, that's the good
and
shit.
it costs more. So it's like, how about, what the crazy thing is like, okay, say I can't make 10 milligram edibles, but I make the best 25 milligram or 200 milligram edibles. Have me just make those ones for you then.
You know what? I was just gonna say, I'll make you a 10 milligram.
I'll make you edibles, but
I want to make it fresh and hot, served in a restaurant. Like banana bread. I'll make it 10 milligrams if you let me do it that way. But to have to go with like all this, packaging and like make sure that it's not gonna go bad because it's gonna sit in OCS for 6 fucking months, or I don't know. Well, I'm just saying sometimes I feel left out, but sometimes I don't.
It's like, yes, because I mean, this is what we've always done, right? And to see just little gummies. And I mean, the edibles market is all gummies, basically. Gummies, now drinks. There was
Stop eating gummies, people.
It's Joey Diaz. He pumped a gummy market.
Like, I'm so sick of gummies. I don't eat gelatin. So like, I'm a vegetarian who did eat gelatin because I just pretended I wasn't in there because I like sour keys and stuff, but I just can't. It's just gross. It jiggles. Everyone's eating it, and I guess because I make it a lot of it, I can't. It does this thing, like when gelatin it goes. Bloop, bloop. I don't know. Bloop, bloop.
Yeah,
that's what it does.
Yeah, I find it funny how people are like, you got any gummies? No, I will never fucking sell gummies. Would you like a fresh made, like home baked thing? Like it's delicious? No? Fuck off.
You had a cookie?
But that's okay.
You know what I don't like? Brownies. That's where I'm like,
oh my God, I go through so many brownies. I'm sick of it.
For anyone.
It feels overdone at this point.
Yeah, like gummies are the same, basically.
Yeah. We need something new.
The brownies.
Oh, well.
Like the pecan, like you said pecan tarts.
Like rose cookies.
Or like rose.
Look at they're actually doing better than I thought. I've sold a lot of them so far.
It's like, if it's legal, let's get creative now. Why are we being so boring with just fucking brownies all the time?
Anyway, all I'm saying is that one day when I finally reopen again, I want to just be able to serve this, and I don't know. I'll have to do it without the weed to start.
Yeah.
It's so peculiar, like this shutdown, and like just watching everyone maneuver. I guess, is that the right word? Everyone hustle, and then go back. Like for me personally, I've kind of stepped back a bit because of what I do isn't doable at the moment. I'm a very social person. Everything that I do requires a bunch of people. Yeah. So it's kind of like, But it's so cool. Like I've watched a lot of my friends create some amazing businesses, right? Start because of this pandemic. So, and it's great. Like, look, now you're making, not that you haven't always made cookies, but now you're making pretty decorated rose cookies. Like, it's nice to see switch ups. That's all.
Yeah, I wanted to do something creative with myself too, even though all that labor is not that cost effective. It really serves me because I was like, I got to get, things paid for. Serb cut me off and I don't have comedy money and I don't have like my club anymore. So what do you do?
It makes people get really creative.
Do you know how many people ordered roses like for their mom, but without weed in them? Like I got a bunch of orders like that. I'm like, yeah, I'll make you no weed cookies.
Oh, isn't it fucking weird making cookies like regular butter?
You're like, you sure you don't want CBD or not, just regular?
Like,
Right.
Okay.
Like,
you're like, now I'm just baking.
I don't have to call my dealer to do this. I just go to the fucking grocery store. Oh my God. Oh, well. Well, thank God for baking. I know that you can say the same thing too.
Right.
Well, what are you going to do? Anyway, before you go though, I wanted to just touch on your little project with milk and cookies, because I know it's over with for the year, but you've been doing it for 10 years and like straight up, like, because I didn't have a club, I could support it this year. And I never did before. I supported you, obviously, but never was there. Boy, I'm not going to lie. Like, that really opened my eyes. Like, when you know that people are going through hell and you know they need a hand and you know that there are people that are out there distributing bags and doing stuff. But then just being there and experiencing that, it just made me very grateful for my life and thankful that these people at least live in Canada where, you know, they have.
I don't know about that. They got winter. That sucks.
Okay, but I'd rather live in Canada in winter than the States right now.
I'd be thankful that there's
if you're
nice
homeless.
people. Like, living in Canada, you at least have nice people that want to come out and give you things. You know, that's a benefit.
Yeah, most of them were really receptive. Anyway, I just wanted to say it's a good thing that you did. And
the thing that
I'm not discounting that. I'm just joking
about that. This is year 10, or we just did year 10, and I've seen a few of the faces I've seen almost every single year. You know, kind of, not to end this on a down note, but it just kind of goes to show that, you know, we're failing society. They start getting small houses and the government wants to take them away. You know what I mean? It's just like, not we as a community, we are trying to help them, but clearly our government is failing them as society. Like it's sad. The safe injection site that we saw, like it's, you know, I'm glad it's there, but we could do better.
Well, it's baby steps, but you know, unless people like you are doing like what you're doing, not only helping people directly, but you know, because what's funny is that a lot of people are doing handouts, but what did everybody want? The weed and the fucking Timmy's cards. They're like, I don't need the jacket. I just thought that was adorable. And I thought, you know what, you served their needs more than any outreach program. Just like that one guy who was like, oh my God, and he was kissing the bag of weed you gave him. It was like, aw, it really made his day.
That's great. And you know what the best thing is you didn't like film every moment and put it on the internet. You just went and did that.
She's done some, but most
No, but I'm saying, like, you know, there's these people now that are just it's like this, and they're giving someone like a homeless person $50 or something, and they like thumbs up. You're like, well, come on, dude.
That's what in the beginning we used to. So let me just give you a little backstory on this. In the beginning, we actually used to film this all the time, and the reason we filmed it was because we talked to people. We made sure they were okay with us filming them.
Sure, you know, if you're documenting, it's a different story
about cannabis. And then it was to show people like this is where your donations went because we had just started. But, you know, as the years went on, I was like, I don't feel comfortable filming this. You know, people still wanted to see the video. And then I decided, you know what? We are done. Like there is no film this. We have done this for so long. Everyone knows where the money's going. And if you want to see what's going on, come help us. And
you know what the healthier alternative is? You could, I've seen some pages where they take they get like a photographer or just someone with a great camera and editing skills. And you take a photo of someone that gives you the consent that they're cool with, and you write a little piece about them or something on an Instagram page. And that can also be raising awareness to like, you know, supporting more people. Like, here's someone's story. Here's how we've helped them. That way it's not so in your face with like a video of them like on the streets. That feels so invasive, you know?
It really, really, I totally agree with you. I think some people absolutely love it, you know?
Sure,
but
yeah, I'm sure.
In my heart, I didn't feel right about it. So we just done.
No, I like the way you go about it. Just do it. Just get people happy.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, all I'm saying is if anyone in a year sees any ads, I guess, posts about milk and cookies for the homeless, please support it because it was really good. Anyway, I love you for that.
I love you.
I wish I'd have come in the years prior. And I think
okay, next year we're doing it again.
Well,
there we go.
Now that I had a taste of like how, how that works, I kind of feel like helping it more because I like the way you do it. I don't feel that I'm being pretentious by helping, and I don't feel like we're demeaning anyone the way you go about it. It's perfect.
It's just friends helping people that could be friends, like victims of circumstances, the way I look at it. That could be me. I lived in a shelter as a kid. Unfortunately, I had to move to a shelter because of a situation my family was in. So like, I get it. I understand what it's like. And it's not
empathy.
I didn't have a great life. I totally did, but I understand, so it's like, if you can do, so we do.
And I love it, but oh, well, you've got any projects, upcoming things that you want to talk about or anything you want to rant about? We could rant. Is anything pissing you off? Oh
my God. I wish I would have known. Lots of shit grinds my freaking gears, but I can't at this moment. What's bugging me? Yeah. Okay. So what bug? You're either on either one side. You either like the mask or you don't like the mask. I am pro mask. And I'm not like against people who don't want to wear one, but like just it's a common courtesy, I feel at this point. But the thing I really like about masks, and maybe you might agree with me, is the complete like no one knows who you are. Almost your face is covered, and then I got these big ass glasses on, so all you see is like this much of my forehead. And unless you know forehead, you know what I mean? Like, you know who that person is.
I got forehead recognized. It was embarrassing.
Like, be really smart to do that. So I'm really enjoying like that. I don't know. I guess it's not anything.
I'll agree with you on that too. I put the hoodie up, mask on.
Right? Yeah, and nobody knows what's up. Like I put on lipstick today. I don't know, just for this, and then I wiped it off because I felt a little weird because like I haven't worn lipstick in a while. But I don't have to wear lipstick anymore. Like life is. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with this. I'm oddly okay with this.
You know how expensive?
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
But I think I'm gonna start writing some articles for a club. They've asked a group of people that I know. They've asked for some just educational information for their members. So I think I'm gonna start doing that soon. So that should be fun. I'm really just waiting for everything to open up so I can leave the country. I just want to take my like the rest of the world. You know what I mean? But I just want to take my son somewhere nice and hot. He deserves it. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally fucking my kid's good. So
I'll just be happy to go to a club one day.
Oh my God.
Get in a big stinky mosh pit. That's what I would love to go to
a dick bar. We did for my birthday this year. We didn't dick bar it. And it just like
dick bar.
It's like tradition. Just like just just down the drain.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild for stripping's back. People are gonna be grossed out for nothing.
Yeah.
So rusty.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh well, I like your mask, Grant. I like that. It's true. I like that. So that's good advice for the world.
Wear a mask or don't, but just wear it when you're.
Or don't. Unless you're eating a pot cookie, then take your fucking mask off because the pot cookie's more important then, right?
I mean, you got mouse. Oh my God! Like, and then put the mask back on though. You know, it's funny because I see a lot of really cool masks, and it's like, but they're so fashionable. Like, why are you so anti this mask? Like, I don't know.
I've seen some really good ones.
I saw a guy's mask that looked like he wasn't wearing a mask. It was like a mask of a guy wearing a mask pulled down. And he's like, oh, I can't wait for people to come bug me. You know, I'm like, oh, I want to get that mask, the ball gag one.
I dare you to wear that at Sobeys or something.
Some people were wearing wild masks right when it started.
Oh, well.
Because they didn't know what to wear. They were like scuba gear. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When they were wearing like crow's heads and stuff.
They're putting lettuce around their face.
Pop bottles.
Yeah. Well, whatever works. I've seen a lot of plastic contraptions. I don't get those, but okay. Like they got, it's like half mask, like Hannibal Lecter type of thing.
I saw one today that I thought looked really cool, and it was, of course, on a hot chick, so that doesn't help. But it was just like a pair of glasses, so it sat on your nose, but instead it was like the whole shield, but it was like rose colored. So I thought, oh, it's like wearing like giant Janis Joplin glasses, only it's my whole face. I could be down with that one. I could be down with that one.
Like it was like a screen for her whole face?
Yeah, but it was fitted. Like it was fairly fitted to a face. It wasn't like a big plastic. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't face contoured, but it was cool looking anyway. But it was rose colored and it was on a hot chick. So I was like, you know what? I could wear that. I could rock that. That look good with a bathing suit. I can't rock a bathing suit.
I wonder if we're going to be like masking it in the summer again.
I don't know, man.
I hope it's over by then. But so what? Another thing that's bugging me, as we already talked about, is the 10 milligrams. Like, and then some people are like, "Whoa, that's so high!" Like, oh man,
yeah, well,
that's so wild. It doesn't bug me, but I just find it so crazy because some people eat like 1,000 milligrams.
No, I don't know, man.
5.
I'm like 20 to 30. I think that's a pretty good allowance. It's not that much.
I'm a blunt smoker. Like I don't really eat many edibles. I do for quality control. But like, yeah, I'm just gonna put down that cookie at the situation.
Yeah, let's push for more milligrams in the edibles. That's it. That's what we're gonna do.
It was nice.
We won't make noise because then we won't be able to. You won't be able to write wet ass pussy on your on your edibles, I won't be able to make dicks.
I know, right?
So no, let's not. Oh well, all those years that we did promoting legalization, and look what happened. We're like back to square one of being like, look, man, don't say anything on the fucking phone, okay?
Get Signal. Oh my God. The amount of people, that's another thing. The amount of people that have joined Signal, because it's just wild. I remember when Signal was just for like, people selling weed and shit. And now it's like, Mrs. Gregory is now on Signal. I'm like, oh.
I'm not on Signal. I still use my phone. Oh, well.
I love it. To each their own. So what do you guys got going on the show tonight?
Well, after you, there's 2 more comedians, and I'm going to keep smoking weed and I don't know, get high as fuck. I ate some edibles earlier, so they're kicking in right about now. So
what'd you eat?
Then I'm going to sleep and get a good sleep and then bake my ass off tomorrow.
What did you eat?
Oh, I made these. Okay, well, I have to test out things. So I'd made these roses for somebody, but then the leftover dough, I made mini hearts. And I should have showed them. They're over there. But I've been eating in that way. It's like a tiny dose. Okay. So I can just pop them in my mouth all day long. And nobody gets too high then. Oh my God, I'm definitely getting too high though. I just suddenly realized
slowly
the words are hard, having trouble stringing them together. Oh well. Well, we're pretty much almost at a time. Is there anything else you want to say? Any words of positivity to our, 50 odd viewers or to me?
Yeah.
Love yourself.
Smoke weed. Oh, yeah, and love yourself. And like, if a kid bugs you, oh, I shouldn't say that. Never mind.
Okay, now you can finish.
Now you gotta finish that sentence. Come on.
If a teenager is bothering you, find their father.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't actually do that. You're gonna get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Depends on the dad.
Just do what you want. I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for having me.
Well.
Guys, your lockdown, the Puffcast is great, and I can't wait to watch it when I'm done.
Yay!
All right, take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you soon.
That was Amy Anonymous.
There you go.
You can follow her on the old Instagram.
Lol Instagram.
The Amy Anonymous. Look, Oscar's gotten hyper again. Always when the second guest comes on.
Always.
It's always when the second guest comes on. Fuck, eh? You don't like whoever's on second. Is that it? You just don't like second base? Oh, Oscar. Here.
IG, she said at, what was it? At the Amy Anonymous?
I don't remember. Sure.
I don't remember. Sure. I'll put that in the chat and we'll see.
Like,
We'll
sure.
see if that's right.
God, sometimes I have to try and remember when my parents' birthday is. What day is it
I
again?
remember this Instagram.
Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to fuck that up.
I
I love Facebook reminding me when my very close relatives' birthdays are. So I'm like, shit, my brother, fuck. Anyway, all right. Well, we're just gonna bring on our next guest. She's an awesome lady. She's a comedian that I've known for a while. Oh, she's up there.
Yeah, I'm just messaging her.
Oh, I see. Anyway, she's a comedian. She's super funny. She's done a lot of world traveling and a lot of different shows, and been to my club a whole bunch. And one time she made me the best breakfast I ever had in my whole life. And here she is, Aliya Kanani.
Hey.
What up, y'all? How's it going?
Up?
Hello, how are ya?
Yo, I'm
Nice
chilling. How are
backdrop.
you?
That's beautiful.
You know, honestly, I'm so happy. I bought this thing like I want to say like a year and a half ago. I just you just see something and you're just like, oh, it's so lovely. I don't know why. And I don't often buy things around. I bought it in Montreal and it just sat around. And then when this room freed up and we put this couch in here, I was like, it would cover this ridiculous window that leads to another room.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah.
How fabulous, right? It was like just this awkward window that's like half covered with cement. It's just like it's just nonsense.
Now you have no idea.
No, it's great for Zoom too. It's a perfect mandala around your beautiful face.
I'm sorry, mandala? Okay.
Is it a mandala?
I don't know what a mandala is, but I like it.
Okay, look that one up there. You should, of all people, you should know what a mandala is.
I know. I'm laying the Browns down. If there's any Browns watching right now, they're like, what is she doing?
They're circles that are, of patterns, beautiful patterns.
I feel like I know the word. You know what I mean? I never, it's not in my vocabulary. I'm very impressed with you.
Anyway, it's beautiful. How you been,
girl?
How
y'all doing? Look at your spot. This looks so nice. I'm loving it.
It's all stuff from the underground.
Oh, underground.
And that's what I was wondering. I was going to ask. I recognize some of the stuff. It's off the walls, yeah?
Yeah. Actually, it was Johnny's idea. He decided that we wanted to restart our podcast here, and he's like, we could set up the wall with underground stuff because it was just sitting in a box from storage. And I was like, you don't mind? And he was like, no, it made me feel like I was at my second home, also at home. I was like, let's do it. So we just put up that wall, and there's actually way more. It goes beyond. But
yeah, is it? I was gonna say, yeah. Is it just y'all did it on the real?
Oh, it's like sketches. It's like the whole living room area.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, the rest of this area looks like shit. It's just this. This is
it's just here.
It cuts off.
This is the other walls.
Oh well.
I haven't lost. This is so bad. I should be ashamed of this, but I'm going to show you. Do you see this right now?
Yeah.
It's a long story. I'm working on a project, but I have just like a bunch of fans and like all kinds of this is my boom mic.
Your boom mic?
It's a broom.
Oh, your broom mic.
But it's my broom.
The broom mic.
I'm such a loser. I know, it makes me so happy. Like I got my broom mic.
Well, if it makes you feel better, our webcam right now is duct taped to a chair. So
I love you.
Yeah, if you see the setup, it's not as glamorous as it looks.
Not so bad. It's all
That's
good.
Amazing. I love it.
You can figure out anything. Probably why I can't move the camera around because it's over there, and also it's like distant. The chair is at a perfect anyway.
This is a good setup. You guys got a good setup going on. Would never know what's behind the curtain.
We are pros here.
How y'all doing? How you keeping?
Doing okay. Doing lots of baking, keeping my mind off of missing comedians. I never watch comedy on TV. It's pathetic.
I tried just the other day. I tried to watch that Tiffany Haddish's, she got that new They Ready or whatever. And I was like, let me watch this. Let me see, because these are a bunch of people that I don't know. Some of them I know, like Godfrey was the first one that went on there. And I saw him actually perform in Montreal. So I was like, this is kind of cool. But it's hard, huh? It's a little pain. It's a little bit of pain. I don't know. Yeah,
I can watch comedy movies, but to just watch stand-up,
it's almost weird seeing crowds too.
I miss the crowd so much. Weird. I miss the crowd so much.
It's insane.
I know.
I miss like the banter at the bar when I would tell everyone shh, 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 Yes.
By everyone, she's like, Aliya, remember when I used to have to shush you all the time?
Yeah, I miss that shit.
Yo, I can't help myself. It's so comfortable there. I love that.
Because you get so excited, you're in the back, just like fucking.
I know.
Vibing. Everybody's just vibing, right? It's
Yeah,
such a
yeah,
good,
yeah.
Well, long story short, that's why we started doing this.
Yeah,
I'm like,
we're gonna
we'll just
catch
do
waves.
connections. We'll talk about our lives. We'll talk about whatever. You
Yeah,
must
it's
miss
great.
traveling. That was one thing I was gonna touch upon you. You're a traveler.
it's so weird. It's so weird. You know what? I was talking to my girl and I'm like, in like less than a month in March, it's gonna have been like a year since I've been on an airplane. And there was a point in my life where I'd spend more time in airplanes than I would in my own home. Like literally, like I worked as a flight attendant. You know what I mean? Like I've had all kinds of, like, I'm just not used to being still. And even after being a flight attendant, like traveling with comedy and stuff like this, it's so strange. But it's cool. I mean, it's cool. Like, I mean, I'm still out there, still finding my adventures.
Well, what are you gonna do, man? You just take it where it comes. I don't know.
Yeah.
As soon as that airplanes let you go, I know you're gonna be one of the first on one.
Girl, you know it's true. It's true 100%. I'm like, honestly, you know why I'm stressed out right now? Because I'm like, where am I gonna go once I can go? Because I gotta go everywhere. I'm like, I gotta spend a year just catching up. Yeah, I gotta go back home. I gotta go to Tanzania. I gotta go to Seattle. I gotta go see my baby. I gotta go, I gotta go see my sister Vancouver. Then I'm gonna try and go. Like, it's just like, it's too many places, right? It's just too many. I'm gonna go to Australia, obviously. It's gonna be
I'm
good.
sure that not all countries are gonna open up travel all at the same time. So there's probably gonna be some places you won't be allowed. Come here.
Yeah. It's gonna be. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I have no idea how to speculate right now. Like, I just, with everything that's going on right now, I'm just kind of like, let's just take it day by day.
Yeah.
Let's just be in this, because
Florida and Texas are wide open. You could just fly right into those places,
buddy.
Yeah, but they might not let you back into Canada.
No, they come
or
apparently
anywhere.
When you come back, if you leave Canada right now and come back, they like punish you. So you have to like stay at like a motel by the airport, and it costs like $2,000. It costs like over $2,000. You have to pay it. Nobody else is paying it. And you have to stay there for like a week or something. It's insane. And then
but honestly, like, Johnny, that's what they were doing in all the places that were making it work from the get. Like, they did that in Australia, in New Zealand, you couldn't even enter. You know what I mean? Look at like Thailand, look at like Taiwan. They shut it down. We're doing it like a year later. I'm like, how are we?
Yeah. We're so slow to that shit.
I know, like, I knew that we were slow on catching up on the trends on like music and fashion, but it like in prevention of pandemic, y'all, come on, keep up.
Yeah, it's still fucking wild.
I saw an article.
Really funny when my UK friends used to be like, "You guys listen to that song?" We were like, "That was a hit last year." Oh my god, that was cool. It's cool, but this is we're falling behind, y'all. The races, we can't even see them no more.
I read an article today that maybe the prime minister got caught when doing a secret vacation. I don't know. I read that today.
I think
is that fake
the prime minister?
I think it's fake news. I think there were other political
leaders
that were being caught.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, there were several people, but like, I don't know if Trudeau was.
Oh well, just saying.
Possible. I don't know.
If you're that rich, I'd be tempted, but
he comes back with a tan. We're like, interesting.
There was.
We were saying he like put up a green screen on the beach to make it look like he's at his house.
Photoshop's good, man. There's some good Photoshoppers out there.
I could probably do that shit in my bedroom, make it look like I'm standing in front of his doorway. Because there's some shots where they just leave it like he's not there yet, right? So you could easily just grab that footage, have it as a green screen.
Yeah.
Of course.
I did see though that there was a rich couple that one of the first vaccine rounds went to a community way up north, maybe Yukon or Northwest Territories, and it was a native reserve. Sorry, the dog puked at the same time. I was like, bad timing.
The dog is like
bad timing
over there. He's like, we're just both turned.
But I guess this couple flew in from somewhere and went to try and get the vaccine, and they had them arrested because they flew in from like, a populated area to the middle of nowhere. Like no one's gonna know you in this town on
God.
this reserve.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
So they went up there and what? Sorry?
They went up.
Study the vaccine.
They went up there to try and get the vaccine because it was being given out in this tiny.
But like, what were they trying to do? Like buy out people who were supposed to get them?
Well, there's some places that the way that everybody distributed the vaccine differently, right? So there's some places that were literally like first come, first serve. So people from other states were coming in and taking.
I thought you had to like be registered to get it. What?
There was some states that just were doing first come, first serve.
Was this a states thing? I thought maybe it was. No, I'm pretty sure this was Canada. Anyway,
Could have happened in Canada. I haven't seen.
Fucking
anything
rich
about
people,
it in
eh?
Canada.
Is this the
I'm
segment
glad
that
they
you call
got charged.
half the
Sorry,
news?
just
Is
because
that
you're
what y'all
rich
are doing?
doesn't mean.
What's that?
I said, is this the segment where y'all call it half the news? Like you just.
I don't know, something like
Hi,
that.
Aliya. Welcome to Half the News.
We're not a news channel. If you're watching us for the news, then you have.
Some of us made up, some of it we don't know.
Oh my God.
We're debating.
Hi, what the fuck going on?
All I know is you guys are gonna have some great jokes when the fucking pandemic's over and y'all start hitting the stage again.
Crazy joke.
Yo, I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
to hear you rip.
Although at the same time, at what point are we gonna be like, pandemic is hack? Like I'm so tired of hearing about the
Do you
pandemic.
know, if the thing is that yes, it will be, unless you got like a good angle on it, I think, for a minute. But I think what more than that is going to be, how long are we going to want to talk about it for? Do you know what I mean? Because like I think as a society, we're going to be like,
as a culture,
can we just forget that happened?
Like,
it's like, it's too soon.
There will
to,
be there will be at the very beginning a wave of people just eating you comics alive, just being like, thank you so much, thank you, that was amazing, thank you, oh my God. It's just gonna.
Do you see that smile that
nice.
instantly just on my face? I was like, yeah, it's gonna be so delicious.
Well, because we had a taste of it. We were, in the spring we had lockdown 1, and then when I was doing summer shows, people were like,
about it. Yeah.
But now because it's been a much longer lockdown and a more intensive one, you're gonna get eaten alive.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. I hope that we're like, I'm trying to be with our realistic expectations and things, but I hope that this summer is gonna just be like, remember even last summer when we were all just kind of like floating around a little? It was nice,
Drinking in parks, just walking around the street with a can.
That's been my life. Like that's all I want to do
people
with my
you don't
life,
even know. Smoke weed and kids are 10 feet away and you're like, I don't care, I'm smoking weed on this bench.
We're all just gonna live our lives right now and get along. We're gonna learn to get along because we don't know how much time we have, people.
Walking up to restaurant windows while you're still on the street and buying a bottle of wine, loving it.
Yeah, that was it was a time.
Anyway,
those outdoor shows,
outdoor shows were fun
too.
Rant about before we go?
Do I want to rant
you really
about?
Got to get off your chest. I want to hear it.
Anything I want to get off my chest.
Or
what's that?
What's either pissing you off or like wowing you the most? I don't know. Anything?
Yo, I don't know. Pissing me off the most, man. I don't know how to get. I'm not like I don't get angry about a lot of stuff. I get angry about things that I shouldn't get angry about, like small ass things. Like I swear to God, the other day I was talking to my girl and I was like, why do they have these fill lines on these? Like it bothers me. Just these little things like this bother me. Like those jugs with like a fill line.
Oh yeah. And
you're like, well, what? Then why did you make it so big? If you're just gonna let me fill it up to here, do you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. But I was like, you're laughing right now, but I was legit angry about it. I was like, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah. It's like psychological warfare.
Pay attention to two lines where the jug ends and also where you think I can only fill it to. Like, then just make it that size and stop wasting everybody's life. But like rant about life stuff, nah, man. They could just fix
lying
the
on the packaging.
Let's talk about packaging, guys. Let's get to the real heart of this thing.
False advertising.
Right? Yo, John, I'm liking this look, yo. His hair's grown out and things.
No, it's called cut. Look. Ooh.
You just got cut. I was looking at Johnny's hair. Look at his hair's gotten so long.
Oh, his long. His is way long now.
Yeah. Yeah, yo, it's nice. It's nice.
Doesn't look like Astro Boy anymore.
Who is Astro Boy?
Oh, it's a cartoon from the 50s. He had a little haircut.
Tintin?
Like
oh,
Tintin.
yeah. Yeah. Is that what your hair looked like before? Now I don't remember.
It was like Tintin.
Oh, I'm gonna go back and
Okay,
look at your old
Tintin
pictures
as
after we
your
get
boy.
off and laugh.
Some quintessential
Oh, shit.
1950s Cupid-looking superhero.
Like Superman before the roids.
Nice. If only you had that joke back in the day.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's just
I'm gonna go back to that
useless
look
now.
so you can use that
I'm
joke.
just making myself giggle now.
All right. Well, we got to wrap it up soon. I miss you a lot.
Oh man, honestly miss you too. It's so nice to see you. This is I was so happy when you reached out. Anyway, we should catch up proper, but when this stuff is over, you guys gonna keep doing this podcast? Are you gonna do it from your place or what?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty easy to do now that the tech has figured itself out in a pandemic. It's easier to
Yeah,
use.
they made the tech so much easier because everybody wanted to do it, right?
Yeah, totally.
we'll
Well,
have
okay,
you
when you
back
guys
on.
have that stuff sorted, let me know. I'll come over with some food.
And as soon as you're free and we're able to, I want that breakfast again that you made me.
Girl,
one time.
100%. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. If you guys would do, I'll come
They're
over with
like
some food.
eggs with fresh. She's like grated the coriander.
She told
The
me.
coriander, I
about
talked
this
real
one.
good. Was that?
She told me about this one time.
I'm not
This is
lying.
like the fourth or fifth
It's
time.
so
And you were like,
good.
"Is it good?" I'm like, "Yeah."
She's like, "Have
And
you
you're
have
like,
I
"Is it
told you
really
about
good?"
that breakfast that Aliya Kanani made me?" I'm like, "Yes, 5 times."
Like, whenever my name comes up, she's like, yeah, no, she's real funny, but her breakfast, let me
But
tell
the
you, that's how you
breakfast,
introduce
though.
me on
You
stage.
could
from
make
now
a
on.
restaurant with that breakfast alone. Anyway,
Totally, right? Yo, yeah, I'll make you some for sure. I got you.
Okay.
100%. I just got a new pan too. I'll do it.
okay.
All right, y'all.
I miss
Nice
you.
to see you.
See you
Good seeing
soon.
you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my
Bye.
god, that was awesome. That was Aliya Kanani, comedian
Hey.
all around. I think she is just Aliya Comedy, spelled with a K.
I believe so. Yes.
Aliya Comedy. So Ali
If you'd like to check her
Comedy.
out.
Fuck. I should know these things ahead of time. Anyway, funny lady, super awesome, and makes great breakfast.
We can do more than one
Oh
thing
my
to
God.
be funny.
I always think of food when I'm high. Okay, time to
Damn it,
not be a
bro.
dick. Please don't be a
Time
dick.
out.
All right, I'm just gonna keep giving him these treats.
He's gonna get a treat now.
Uh-oh, it's
It's
the
like
last one,
Oscar
but it's pretty
knows
big.
now when we're gonna do a podcast.
Starts barking for treats
He-
like a spoiled little
You can
shit.
see his energy changes. He starts getting a little more riled up.
Oh well. One day he'll be the coolest dog, and everyone will be like, "I remember when he
Yeah.
was an asshole." There's video
And he's jumping
YouTube.
around.
of Oscar being the cutest little asshole ever. Anyway, puppies. What am I saying? All right. Well, we should just. I think Monty's in the waiting room. Well, our next guest. I love this guy a lot. He's been a big part of the underground for a long time. He was very instrumental in providing really fantastic comedians or comedy, and he was helped me move, and he helped me do a lot of things. And I don't
he's
know.
Here with us
I
now.
love this guy, and he's here with us now. Hello, everyone. Say hi to Monty. Hi, Monty.
Welcome, Monty.
Hello, how you guys doing? What's going on?
Doing okay. Doing okay.
About yourself.
Oh, no complaints. No complaints. I don't think. Just kind of sitting around. You know, I've been doing
Sitting
a lot of
around.
this.
Well,
Yeah.
cheers. Here's my beer.
Cheers to you.
You got a water. What a good boy.
No, it's vodka.
No, that's just straight vodka.
Yeah, it's chilled vodka, but well, I've been trying to cut down on water during the pandemic.
Help save the
Mostly.
planet there.
Yeah, I was like trying to double the liquor, cut down on the water. You know, when you're not up to too much, sometimes you just start drinking at 11. See how it goes.
Yeah, actually, my drinking's gone down a lot, but I do have to have just one beer every day. I don't need 5 anymore like I used to.
If you can do that, that's the whole battle right there. You should be teaching classes.
If you stop caring about time, because time is relative, you just drink whenever you want, technically.
Yeah, I try and wait till sundown.
I feel like it now.
Yeah, I
Right
suppose
now.
you're right. You don't have to feel compelled to. I've been only drinking on the weekends, aside from today. But just because I think I got it out of me in the first 9 months of the pandemic. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna drink heavier than regular 9 months. And then I was like, after a while, I was like, you know, what are you doing? Come on. And it's like, you know, try to keep it to the weekends. Why? What do you even care? And also, what is even a weekend? And and beyond that, I mean, I haven't worked a real job since 2008, so I don't even know why I was worried about weekends. Anyway,
that should be in your Instagram bio.
What, comedy's not a real job? What are you talking
Retired
about?
since 08.
yeah. No, I wouldn't say comedy's a real job. It's a job. It's something. Yeah, but I guess you're only living for the weekend then. But
Well, I would say you do better than most. I mean, no Canadian comic is rich, but you're good, and that helps. You're funny. It helps.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, you know, I used to work 9 to 5, and it doesn't matter how much money you make at comedy. It's not a real job. You know, it's like
it's such a joke that it was for so long.
Yeah.
I know so many comedians that'll get red-faced angry over that comment.
Hey, I mean, no, comedians themselves will say, like, it's crazy that I have this as my job. Like, you know.
Right. Exactly.
I'm more of a expression of, like, I feel lucky that I can do this, right? Like, it's great that
totally.
I can do this.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, to say, well, like I say, it's not a real job, but I mean, that's coming from anybody who's putting in 40 hours a week. It's just a whole different world. It's different because even firemen, you'd say that's a real job, but they're on and off. They're spending a lot of time. They're some of the best video game players of all time. Now, if something's on fire and they're in there, they'll be like, well, feels like a real job now. Yeah. But you know, it's so I guess
not really like firefighters. They're more like fighter players.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're involved in fires, but only when it's fire.
You're both saving lives, so you need those in between moments when, you know, you're just playing video games, because guys like you are also working shit in the back of your mind. I bet the firemen are too.
Yeah, well, I guess part of it is
I would venture to say that most comedians work more than 40 hours a week, even the amateur ones, because of that work you're doing in your mind before you have to write shit down. I don't know.
That psychological toll you're putting on yourself.
Well, that's why it feels like such a relief, is because I was doing that either way. If I work 40 hours, I'm still putting in next 120 hours in my own head.
Yeah.
The emotional toll of being a comedian is happening either way, whether you're a comedian or not. So
no, the emotional toll on my psyche was the feeling of every moment going, how do I turn that into a bit? Like everything, and then I had to be like, dude, everything. Like, you don't need to make everything funny. Some things just have to be serious.
Yeah, you don't have to. Like, everything's not a bit. I mean, like, it could be a bit.
I think it's a maturity thing too, but yeah.
I don't know. I think some of the jokes you do, Monty, can kind of be put in that making normal things very, very funny. You're very good at that. Where you can just take an average thing you would never expect, and then you're 10 minutes deep into that topic, and we're all howling.
Well, I talk so, like, in general, I would talk so much shit that it's hard to. Kira will tell me, "Oh, you should put that in a bit," and I'm like, well. I mean, I could, but then I'd have to explain what the fuck I was talking about just now, and give it some context. And I was like, I could just let that go. You know what I mean? It would have been funny if you said it on stage, but I don't know how I'm going to bring that back to try to figure out this a bit.
That is the art. That is the art.
Yeah, definitely for me, I feel like you just got to let some shit talk go. It's like, sure, it was good then, but it's gone. We lost it.
It's more like those moments are kind of when you're at the gym and you look at the chin-up bar and you go over and you grab it and you like do one and then you go, yeah, that's good. And you just walk away and you just go. But then you tell people like, yeah, I do chin-ups. I've done that. Like, I tell jokes, like I just sit in there in conversation. But you're still working that muscle is the point, right? Like those little moments in conversation are so good because when you're on stage, you have that natural ability now to just like jive with someone in the crowd same way and then recreate a new moment, but because you flex that muscle in your brain before.
Yeah. Well, no, 100%. I mean, well, again, I'm just literally, that is the way my mental makeup is. I'm just talking shit anyway, practice or no. I'd be like, so, but I've done that at the gym before where, yeah, you do a pull up and you're like, I could do more. And you talk to like a dude, like a muscle dude coming in and it's like, listen, I wish you could have seen that chin up.
Yeah.
You know, I could tell you about it, but you would have to have really been there. I mean, what's really the point? Just suffice to say, it was pretty freaking good, you know? Yeah, just let him go about his day. Just so you know, something pretty fucking special happened, but it's hard to recreate. So I don't know. Maybe next time I see you, maybe I'll be doing a chin up. Well, let's hope so. So
it's like how I get very impressed when someone actually witnesses me, how I'm really good at throwing things into garbages. I'm terrible at basketball. But man, if there's like a garbage, I could just flick garbage into it like the pro. And I'm so proud of that skill that sometimes you're just in public and I just toss one in and like someone's like, good. Or dropping things. When you drop something, I'm really good at doing like that amazing catch where it like bounces off. I'm really good at that.
Those are a couple of bio skills for sure. Like that's, you can't train that. You can't, because you don't even know how it's happening.
I can do that shit, but I'm also very
really
clumsy.
Good. I'm very clumsy, but I'm also really epic.
I'm really
catches.
good at catching shit.
Really epic.
Is that a
chicken? Yeah, I mean, you're working your own muscle. You're working both muscles. Yeah, sure, I'm clumsy, but I catch the shit most of the time.
I catch the shit. Really. I'm really good at catching shit, though.
Really good.
I always love that too. Is having a hard time even describing what your skill is. You know, that's when you're really reaching deep into the universe. When you're like, I can't even tell you exactly what it is I'm so good at. But when you see it, you'll know that person, you'll know you were alive.
Yeah, it's more like an essence.
Yeah. This is
Oh wow.
In that moment, you'll know you saw somebody throw this thing like a sky hook into the garbage can. You'll know.
Pew! Over the shoulder.
That's awesome. I love the background there, guys. It's cool.
Yeah, it's vibe.
Yeah.
It's all stuff from the underground paraphernalia.
Goes all
the whole wall is actually, you can't see it, but I don't know. I was thinking every week we should actually just move around so we have a different backdrop. I don't know.
The whole thing.
We could.
Yeah, it would be cool. Why not?
I don't know. It makes me
intro.
It makes me feel I haven't been completely cut off from my, my club.
Yeah, feels like you're sitting in the club.
Anyway, his idea.
Oh, Joey, Kira's right here. She's gonna say hello.
Oh, hey. How are ya?
Good. How's it going?
Doing all right.
Sure.
Just baking a lot and making, trying to keep this dog calm. Here, take the ball.
Keep him entertained.
Oscar.
He is not
Come here,
entertained.
Oscar. Come here.
He's always got something to say.
Oscar.
I thought that was a great story with the inspirational cookies, Joey.
Yeah, I am really excited about the cookies.
Did Monty tell you what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I just came in and I was super clumsy, and my sleeve caught the. Holy fuck, am I high? I just said a whole sentence all in the wrong order. Okay. My sleeve caught the rack and then it dropped on the ground.
Oh,
this guy like snatched a piece of it and ran off, and all I could think was like, thank God there was no weed in that cookie.
I did think it was inspirational. Oscar took the inspiration and ran with the cookies. Like he was like, yeah, that's
I'm more worried about the food color, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. Anyway, it's all good.
But
yeah, it's been fun making stuff. Do you see these ones I posted? I'm super loving. See my bear hug cookies?
Aww.
Oh, nice.
Super cute.
I was liking that.
That's sweet. It's Well, I don't know. I'm sure you guys both feel the same way. Like, it seems like everyone is pretty, and I'm the last person to be into this, but I'm like, I probably had a bit much of this pandemic.
I think everyone's at their peak.
Yeah, I've only this, like, for the last maybe few weeks. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah.
This has been a bit long now,
Yeah.
And really, up until now, I've been pretty patient. I'm like, okay, I guess so.
My brother's a truck driver. I got off the phone with him, and he's like, this sucks. He's like, this is so stupid. He's like, well, a buddy of his that like also works for the same company broke down, and he couldn't even help him because he didn't know if he had got COVID or not, because he could have maybe gotten it from a different stop that he had gone to. So they can't even like really help each other on the road. Like,
man, the truckers are divided. All right, that's it.
Yeah.
When the truckers are divided, the world's going to shit.
Right.
That's fine. I'm right. I'm right here. I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
Whatever.
Yeah, I just today I was on the highway and I saw this one particular trucking company, and I was like, we used to fight those guys all the time. 'Cause, I used to play hockey in Scarborough, and it was that trucking. I think it was that trucking company, something Cartage or whatever. And they really did play like truck drivers. Just like one time, a guy just punched me, just grinning, coming around the net. I thought he was going to give me a brownie or something. Just punched me in the face. He was just like, "Yeah, how about that?" And I'd fallen down, and then he wheeled away with the puck. And I'm like, "What in the hell?" Because I had done, I was literally just skating around, just blocked me in the head. But like, that's how those guys were. I was just like, it's so funny playing hockey against people like that, because they'll fight you, but they're not serious. They don't care. They're not angry. You can punch them. They're kind of like, they're just crazy. I don't know.
They're like, we're playing hockey. What?
It's part of the game.
Exactly. They're like, yeah, we're trying to play hockey. I'm like, you
just
literally
jerseys and uppercuts you in the face.
Well, in that case, I was just coming around the net. He's like, I saw you coming around the net, and then I thought, wouldn't it be surprising if I punched him in the head? And then it was like, what is going on? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So we were always fighting with those guys particularly, and I just happened to see them on the street, like on the DVP today.
That's hilarious.
That would be hilarious if I try to pull him over and just be like, just cracked him in the head and be like, I don't know. But see, they don't see the sense of humor when it's on the street.
Yeah, that's
only
skates
on the ice. Yeah,
that's the only difference. You can hit people as long as you have skates on.
Yeah, true. Yeah, if I skated up to him, he would have probably punched me. He would have got me first again.
Just run up to him on skates.
They could have skated up to him from the ravine, and he still would have clocked me in the head, smiling, and just got back in the truck. And I'm like,
clotheslines you.
I can never get one up on this guy. I think it's the same guy.
Do you ever watch Letterkenny? Because it's that show hits home in that department.
We just got Crave, so we're gonna watch it. Like up until now.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
not just because K-Trev's in it. I mean, that's a bonus. The show is actually really great, but the main character, Jared Kiso, plays the main character, and he also writes it. But he has a lot of hockey stuff, and there's just fights for no reason. But it's the way, the code, that hockey guys have. You like it. You're gonna like it.
Oh, I've heard it. I've seen clips of it, and I've thought it was hilarious.
More of a Schitt's Creek.
I'm still trying to work on the code. I'm like, so the code is you don't attack people outside the rink. It's only the rink. I don't understand. But well, I mean, I understand that you can do it. You can drop kick somebody on the ice, but then come on now, it's
There was that guy though that got his neck like. Who was it? I feel like it was Vancouver or maybe Colorado. There was a guy that got his neck sliced with a skate. Remember, he got hit, came up, then skate came over and sliced his neck. They had to grab the
jugular.
artery.
I think I remember
Malarchuk or something like that.
Does
that sound familiar? Kurt Malarchuk. I think he's a goalie. This was a long time ago. This I'm talking about something that happened in the 85.
Yeah, let me look.
Is that what you're talking?
Yeah, I'll see.
It was a jugular shot.
I'm actually looking it up.
Jugular, yeah.
No, I think I remember
Yeah,
that too.
It was
I don't really
squirting out
watch
of his
that
neck
much hockey.
in intervals.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clint Malarchuk?
Yeah, Clint Larchuk. Okay, yeah.
Oh my, it was brutal.
What was it 85, 86? I don't. My dad had me wear a neck guard after that. I was like a weirdo.
Oh,
I looked like a
shit.
dish. Looked like I was coming out of the dish pit, but it wasn't.
that off the ice?
Yeah, really.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
yeah,
just got
what's
heebie-jeebies. All right, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, moving on.
Well, I was
Gate to the
telling
neck.
like
there it is.
stories about sports, and this one guy had hurling. I think he was an English guy, and he was talking about hurling. And then I started busting some hockey stories like that one, because once you add the skates in, hockey just becomes insane. Like once you add like people getting sliced with skates or getting their neck shot with a puck.
They have to wear guards on the back of your leg too, because people were getting that sliced.
No, that was one man who was doing that,
Really?
cutting the Achilles.
Yeah?
Yeah,
There was a guy that was
uh,
doing that on purpose?
He'd pretend it wasn't on purpose, but I swear to God, that his wife that happened to his wife on the island at their house, over by the kitchen, and he's like, I can't. Who could help?
Oh my god.
Like that guy
Was he wearing
practiced
skates?
injuring people. Matt Cook. Matt Cook injured more people just palms up. Like I don't know who could ever imagine that. And like literally, he practiced like things that could never happen. He's like, nobody could ever do that. You know, his wife left him because of cheap shotting people in hockey.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think he was probably practicing on her. Like, I can't even believe that happened, baby. Oh my God, is your Achilles cut? I mean, I just came over to get some Fritos, and then, I had a blade on my foot, but I was, practicing.
I was massaging your feet.
Yeah, whoever could have known that? Yeah.
Go lay down.
He's doing domestic assaults that was impossible to happen.
That's always the funniest excuse. Like, how could I possibly do that?
He used that so many times.
Like, that can only work so much.
Yeah.
It's like, no, here's how, dude. It's a series of crimes.
I've never in history has anyone used the 1 in a million shot, Doc. 1 in a million. Nobody used that. And to the point, I swear to God. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe his wife left him for other reasons. I heard it was because he was cheap shotting people.
Wow.
Literally ending so many careers.
Fuck.
And you know what? I haven't really been following hockey. I particularly hate Matt Cook. Because he was so bad. I was like, it would wake me out of my kind of stupor that I wasn't watching hockey. I would wake up to be like, this is wrong. When I'm not even following the Leafs, I'm really not watching hockey. Wake
Oscar,
a man out of his slumber
stop
to complain about your suspensions.
Down. There we go. Sorry about the
Oscar
pause.
down.
Finally got the dog to
Oh,
sit down.
Oscar's all right.
He's not all right. He's a jerk. I love him.
He's just
He's
like
energetic.
rumbling at us because he can hear other people talking, but he's like, I don't see them. What's going on?
I think he recognizes voices.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's met you guys before. So that's it.
Yeah. I would think he knows me. Mostly Oscar. I think animals, like dogs, seem to know I'm not totally into being licked. So they're like, this guy, I don't know, he's okay. But they're.
What the fuck was that?
I think there was just a gunshot outside in the street. I'm
Really?
kidding.
No, this
I
is a
don't know,
really
just
loud noise.
Really loud noise out on the street, and Oscar's freaking
We'll
out.
cut it there for the preview, though.
The camera moved like it was Blair Witch.
Blair Witch.
Crazy
grumble.
shit. That was
Oscar,
a
it's okay.
loud noise.
It's just
Your
a gunshot.
camera
no big
moved like
deal.
it was hit by lightning.
I don't know. It just sounded like a car backfiring or something heavy falling.
Something heavy.
Oh man.
Do
Construction.
cars
falling.
even backfire anymore, or is that just things? That's something Matt Cook says after he shoots you. It's like, I think it was a backfire. I don't know.
There's a car backfired on the Achilles with a knife.
After he cuts your Achilles and shoots you, he's like, I don't know. Who could have said? I think it was a car backfiring, and then, I don't know, I accidentally cut his Achilles. I don't know.
They're machete wounds.
Yeah.
We live right downtown, so there's just so much noise on the street all the time.
It's so loud.
It's so loud. Could have just been a garbage truck. I don't know.
Literally could have been that scared.
That was loud, though.
So that was loud.
Yeah. was it Oscar hit the camera? The camera moved.
Did he hit it?
Oh,
you guys are
maybe.
still in frame and everything. It's just moved.
Yeah, he might have.
We're too stoned to notice. We're like, camera moved?
Camera moved? I'm still there. How you doing?
We're like, what? Hey,
Wait.
Oh, dog.
Well, you were in the middle of the commotion, so you know.
Okay, well, it's getting chaotic. I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be this professional interviewer here, and I'm just.
Trash.
What was that noise? ADD Central. Oh. Well, before we actually wrap it up, I did want to just sort of ask you about like the fact that you took over Cask now from Sandra Battellini, and
Yeah.
she started the project. For those who don't know, it's Canadian Association for Stand-Up Comics, and they're fighting to try and get comedy recognized as an art form, which it's not. So therefore, it doesn't. You can't get funding or money from the government. So this guy here. Monty Scott has just taken over as president. Anyway, there's.
Yeah. Well, you can see how, like, honestly, Cask has been fighting for, as much as the government gave money to people that were freelancers, which comics fall into, just the idea that the first thing we ever talked about is comedy's not properly recognized as an art, so it can't be funded when it comes to arts funding.
Yeah.
So, essentially the people running some of the arts programs don't want to let comedy in because they know people like comedy, and comedy will take more and more, of the funding because it needs it, and and people like it. So it'll take a bigger piece of the pie, and that's the fact of it. So that's one of the main things we're fighting for.
Yeah. Well, it's
amongst
important.
others. But more than anything, what's Sandra starting Cask, one of the most important things was that there's a voice for comics. Because amazingly, as much as we're talking garbage on stage so much, for the actual art and profession of doing stand-up comedy or doing comedy, because we're not just comedy anymore. We're not just stand-up, but we're sketch and improv, and because we fall into the same category. So basically, everyone doing comedy on a stage, they're making you laugh, but they're not really getting across the point. In stand-up, it's like, oh, I'm broke is the joke, but it's like a problem. It would be helpful if that wasn't a problem. I used to do a joke about people joking about don't bend over for the soap in prison kind of thing. I was like, but we should probably stop that or try to curtail that. Should we not, as a country? It seems like it's a concern. It's not just a frivolous, it's a bit of a problem. Yeah, you got to watch out. You don't want to bend over the soap. Yeah, shouldn't we? Don't we have anyone looking into this shit? Like maybe just try to keep that to a minimum, no? And in this instance, I'm saying the same for comedy, is that it's people going into comedy know that it's probably not your most lucrative career option, but they want to do it. They like it. They enjoy entertaining people.
At a certain point, though, I mean, I get that maybe people who've been under a certain amount of time maybe aren't deserved of that. They need to sort of pull their weight a little while. They would need to, be a sous chef before you're a chef. But definitely once you get into a certain category where you're making people laugh, like they're people, I would see people literally have their lives saved. They would come into the club like almost in tears or so angry about something, and they would just, their heads on fire, coming and bitching about their day, and then they watch you do comedy, and then they walk out and their whole like you could see that they're completely changed people, better than any drug, better than any therapy. I don't understand why they can't at least recognize what a positive impact it has on people.
Yeah.
Like
Thanks, Joey. The truth is that's the thing you're arguing for too. It doesn't actually cost the government anything. They already fund arts. So when you say, like I was saying, it's like, what's that?
You're like, just recognize it.
Yeah. I mean, that's, and as I was saying, with comics, they know it's not going to be the most lucrative, but they still could use all the help they could get. When it comes to art's already funded.
just being able to at least
to comics,
focus on the writing and making yourself a better comic so that you can therefore apply for it, so that you don't have to be like, I've seen comics who like 40 years in and they're working at restaurants as barkeeps, or they're driving taxi, Uber, or it's like, well, these at somebody a couple years in the game should at least be paid better anyway. Well, have some standards apply.
And the market to an extent will dictate some of that, but then when there's with the Canadian government, there's already money allocated to artists, the comics should be getting their fair share of it. That's just because why the hell not? Now, if you've been doing comedy for a long time and for whatever reason, you need to do something else along with it or whatever, well, that's the way it goes. But you should be able to access the money that all the other artists can access. Because, what the hell?
Well, Sandra started a good fight, and
yeah, she sure did.
I thought she was gonna win, and I was so surprised when she said she wanted to step down. But I think you'll do a good job. I think she'll have your backing too.
Well, it was a bit of a hostile takeover, to be honest.
Bit of an insurrection.
So, yeah. I've been wearing army fatigues for most of the pandemic, but Sandra put so much of her heart and soul into it that I was surprised that she wanted to step down too. But I very much understood, because it was a pretty all-consuming task for her to do.
Well, yeah,
and it's and like kind of, she was so emotionally into all the different tasks of it.
Yeah.
So it takes up a hell of a lot of your kind of bandwidth to do that, and so I very much understood when she wanted to step away to at least to go back to doing more comedy, because actually we're hoping Cask will be a bit like the way the politics is supposed to be, in that you don't have to make a career of it. You can do it, and then somebody else from the community can step up and do the same thing.
As long as it's there,
yeah, as long as it's there, and as long as like down the road somebody else is going to be there to pick up the banner and go with it.
Yeah. You think you guys will get like little cars and drive them in the parade?
What?
The Shriners.
Well, yeah. Look, we already got the little cars, and we've been waiting. We're waiting on the Shriners as well.
You got your little hats. You need the little hats.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the fez. We're
no, that's cool.
We're waiting on the Canada Council of Arts and Arts Canada put us in as artists, and also we're waiting on the Shriners. I sent them a picture of me in the little car with the fez and said, "Your move.
We need you to cut through on this deal."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I heard you know someone at GM.
Don't leave me sitting here like a schmuck in a little car with a fez. Come on.
That's awesome.
Give me a purpose,
Oh, wow. Well, cool. I just wanted to make sure we touched on that, because I was super happy when she announced that your name was the winner.
The winner. You won the lotto.
Yeah, I won the lotto.
The workaholic lotto.
667, that's me.
It was the first lotto I saw people running away from the convenience store.
We should run the country like that. You just every single person, if you want to run the country, you put your name in, and then they just draw a number. And out of the pool of people that wanted to run, it's that guy for a month.
It's supposed to be.
Come here.
It's supposed to be like jury duty. They're like, oh goddamn, I'm the prime minister this time.
Yeah, 12 people
You're
randomly
being a
picked run the country for a month.
Got the weirdest news. I'm the prime minister. Starting in a week. I only got to do 4 years, then I'll go back to the post office. Yeah. I mean, but
this guy's like a barista. He's like, yeah, but I was the prime minister in September of
so that'll be an interesting chapter of my life, and then probably go back to lattes or whatever. Well, I'm just doing.
That's the way all jobs should be. Just rotate through.
But I wonder if there'd be more or less corruption.
Who
Because
knows?
if you're getting someone minimum wage, it's possible they could be on the take. They're listening. If you're like, hey, listen, I got a $500,000 here, they're like, well, I'd be a liar if I'm not listening.
Yeah. I am always listening. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it would be hard for me to turn my ears off. I'm
Yeah.
I gotta listen.
Yeah. Shit's coming. I need to be actively listening.
Yeah, I mean, people are saying things, and I wasn't able to turn away from listening to this.
Down.
Or would they just be like, listen, no, I am running the goddamn country. I'm trying to do a decent job. You're going to get me fired from Starbucks if I do a poor job on Canada. So I double.
I need to take these 4 weeks off.
Yeah.
I have to run the country.
Starbucks was gracious enough to give me 4 years off as I run the country, and I cannot besmirch them by being on the take as the Prime Minister.
But that being said, there will now be Starbucks in every government building.
Yeah, I did have to cut that deal.
Starbucks is
I
gonna
did have to
die.
cut that deal.
I don't
Too
think
good a time off.
I don't think Starbucks is gonna make it through the pandemic.
Oh no, they're killing it.
They're dying. They're closing them up left, right, and center.
They know
I
it's
love those
like-
articles where they're like, look,
Don't even
the
need office
list of the
workers on the
Canadian. I see those articles, the list of the Toronto Starbucks they're closed, and I'm like, who cares? Like, what? Is the unless it was sent directly to my house, like the closest one to me was closed, I'd be like, okay, interesting
You're
to
like,
know.
oh, it sucks.
I'm not a fan
Yeah.
of their coffee, but they make nice little pastries. I like their little lemon cake.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing though, if you don't see a
Oh,
Starbucks,
stop it.
if you
Down.
don't see a Starbucks, you just
Down.
walk another block and
Down.
there'll probably be a Starbucks.
Down.
Yeah, usually you're not. Yeah, you're
Usually
okay.
you're not far from a
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you're-
like to
you're all
support
right.
small
Like,
independent
just as
places
normal.
with brewed
what I mean,
coffee
yeah.
that doesn't taste burnt. That's what I like.
Coffee joins everywhere. You can find
Down.
that. It's the easiest drug to find.
Damn.
It is. It's absolute. And you know what, Joey? I wish I could agree with you, but what I do like about I do like a coffee that tastes like coffee. Some of those small places I'll try, and I ended up stopping because I was like, often it was no good. Like
It's
I don't
no
know.
good.
Yeah, either just not enough coffee in it or whatever, or just like only marginal. And I was like, Starbucks, at least I know it's going to be, like a 6 out of 10 to 7 out of 10 coffee. Whereas, like a lot of times I found the smaller places,
I
Like
like
it's
the
all
coffee.
shit, but
I like the
Yeah,
coffee
I mean,
that's
yeah,
heavy.
yeah.
That's it.
Listen, I'm just looking for a solid 6.
yeah.
You know,
If I'm
You
out.
give me a 6 every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me. You sold me.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Tim Hortons, they'll give you some consistent. They'll give you a 2. Stare you in the eyes. Barely ever goes under a 2. They're
Tim
like,
Hortons has gone
we-
downhill, man. They had just
Yeah.
gone way
You
down.
know what happened is
tanked.
McDonald's. This is actually hilarious. Such a baller move. McDonald's
Go right
bought
down.
the bean farm or whatever, the coffee bean farm that Tim Hortons original blend, the original taste that they had, that's where they used to source it from. So McDonald's bought the original one. So then Tim Hortons had to find a new coffee bean source.
Oh, that explains it.
And then McDonald's for like several months was just like free coffee.
I remember the free
I
coffee.
remember.
Got everybody hooked on the shit, and then they're like, all right, back to the cards.
Fucking corporations. Oh well.
Crazy.
Well,
Anyway, well, is there anything you wanna rant about one last time before we sign her off? Anything pissing you off, or anything you love about the pandemic that's inspiring you? I don't know.
what do I well, you know what I am liking? I'll say this. Times like
Room in
these,
my room.
you really gotta have some degree of admiration for global warming. Because how much tougher would the pandemic have been if we had winter? Kicking it
The
right
real
now.
winter.
Yeah, like an actual Toronto winter, whereas we get 3 days below zero, and now you're like, well, you can at least wander around by the creek or whatever. That's always nice. Sunny day by the creek, wandering around down by
I
there.
had a
but-
great walk
Stare.
today.
Yeah, you could stare at the birds or whatnot. You know what I'm surprised didn't happen during this pandemic is like a pandemic of bird feeders. Guys walking around throwing seed out, like just too many of them. Where it's like, come on.
In our area, I've seen several different people like hand feeding pigeons, like pigeon in their hand, and they're just like holding the pigeon in one hand and it's eating out of their other hand.
Yeah, pigeons around like here are
holding
very spoiled.
Squirrels, like literally like hand feeding squirrels and shit, like right in Ryerson. Like I was like, what?
Oh, wow.
The hell?
Yeah, they do it in Allen Gardens Park. I take the dog there sometimes.
So strange.
I take it back. I'm not living right by Ryerson. I figured it was going down somewhere.
Yeah.
All here.
I love that. Holding squirrels and feeding birds.
When we were first looking for this apartment, this one story, I gotta tell. You know the one I'm gonna tell. Okay, so we started looking for apartments, like, I don't know, looking for a month before we found this one. But before we went for a meeting to see an apartment, I don't think it was this one, but anyway, we were sitting at that park, you know, Allen Gardens, that crack park at Sherburne.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were just there because it was near the apartment we were looking at, which wasn't that ghetto, but that park is wild. Anyway, so we're sitting there and we were just like talking about the apartment and look over and there's a dude and he's sitting like Zen-like and he's got like a big turban of dreads and his hair looks like it's moving. It was really strange. Wow. And then all of a sudden he pulls a fucking dove out of his hair, a black dove, which almost looks like a pigeon, but if you look close, it's pure black. Like I'm like, these are not like, they're smaller. They're not the public fat, gross birds. And then he pulled a second one out of his hair. What? And then he sat there like cross-legged, just doing stuff, had a smoke, was on his phone for a sec, just like, and then like
and there's this black dude standing beside him going
like, what the fuck? And like pointing him out to people. But then Buddy ends up
stood there and watched this guy with us for like 20 minutes.
20 minutes sat there and like the birds went back into his hair for a while and just were like hanging
he just picked it up and he put it back into his hair.
Wow.
So nuts.
Yeah, that's anyway. This neighborhood's an interesting neighborhood. It's just all a mix of like.
You should have asked him, is like this the opening of a car dealership or something? Or you guys?
I have video. I wonder if I can find video.
Oh my God, you can't post that.
You don't want it to be part of this stream? I have video of it online for sure.
Anyway, downtown life is fun, but usually I take the dog out to the park before 2 o'clock, before at about 2-3 o'clock, all the crazies start coming out again. But usually before 2, it's like I don't know. I hate the dog park, but Oscar finally will go in there. We just finally introduced him and finally he just is playing with dogs a year later. He's not scared of them. It's awesome.
Well, that's
cool. Just stand there like morons. We all just stand there and don't talk to each other while all the dogs have fun. It's so fucking weird.
That would be so weird.
And I know that we're all like making eye contact and like don't want to talk about the weather or
Yeah, dog parks are weird like that.
Oh, so how old is your dog? Oh, my dog's 6. Oh, mine's 2. Okay, good. What vet do you use? Like, don't.
Meanwhile, you're slowly tapping on your leg, like,
just
come on, let's go.
So
the fuck out of here.
I just keep a podcast in my ears and just hang out in the corner.
I wonder if parents feel the same way.
Oh yeah,
100%.
At the parks. Oh
sure
yeah, I guess they do.
Because what else do they have in common? They're like, yeah, that one's 3. That one's.
And with at least with dogs, there's only so many questions you can ask. With kids, there's a billion fucking questions.
Oh, I bet there's a lot of more pretense, like and like with a dog owner. If I ignore everyone, they're not gonna judge me.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, whatever.
Oh, like whatever.
Yeah.
That one just doesn't talk.
They're gonna be like, I'm concerned.
Why
I'm
aren't
gonna
you
call
talking?
the police.
You're a pedophile.
There's a
Anyway.
pedophile down here with
Yay to no kids in a pandemic, guys. Though, eh? Cheers to that. Cheers to
Cheers.
the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not so bad.
Anyway. All right. Well, I think we should probably wrap it up. Is there anything else you want to say? We good?
Parting words.
Parting words. Anything you want to promote? You put out an album like a year ago.
Oh yeah, well you can always check out my album. You know, The Abyss Stares Back on Comedy Records.
Oh,
Comedy Records is the
comedyrecords.com,
best.
you get it at?
Oh,
Yeah.
the vinyl. They put the CD. Do I have it on the wall yet? No, I don't. But the CD where you guys are all on it, and they made that into vinyl now. I want that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Comedy Records. The second volume is out as well, so that's a good one to check out. Like that's the vinyl one.
Yeah, we got the record player here.
Oh,
so play that. I need that record. I want that record.
Yeah,
what I want to do is because I know everybody. There's like 16 photos on it. Anyway, I know everybody on it, and I want you all to sign it. Just saying.
Oh wow. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll be able to
mail it to each person.
I will. I'll mail it to every single comic, and then they have to mail it on to the next comic. Oh my god, what a fun project that would be!
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'm gonna message Barry tomorrow.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Signatures.
No.
I don't know.
Anyway, all right, guys. It's been awesome to see you, and I miss you guys.
Great
And
to see you both.
We'll see you guys very soon.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah. Take it easy. Take
That
care.
was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, well,
All
there
right.
we go. That was our
Monty,
fifth.
Scott, everybody.
Fifth episode of Puffcast was awesome. I actually kind of kept it together. I didn't fidget. I think I got all my notes right. Had to put the dog away because at some point I just can't deal with it anymore. I'm like, I'm being patient. I'm being patient.
He's like in waves. He's like a little roller coaster. He
Yeah.
like slows down and he's fine, and then all of a sudden he's like.
Well, maybe he'll realize
jacked
that
again.
when he's a total jerk where I can't take it anymore, he's going in the bedroom.
Right to the bedroom.
He just sits there and waits for us to open the door anyway. But oh well.
That'd be great if he gets used to it and he just leaves at one point. He just takes
He's like,
off. and
I'm
goes
being
to
a
the
jerk.
bedroom.
I'm gonna let
You
myself
know what?
out.
I'm being a bit of a dick. I'm gonna
being
go
a dick.
towards bedroom.
I'm trying, guys.
Yeah.
It's been awesome having him and rescuing this little dog. Although I don't know how much rescuing he actually needed. It was me that needed the rescuing. I'm just saying.
That'd be great for that.
Having a
Aw.
puppy in a pandemic who's constantly like this. He's not constantly like that. Anyway, yeah, that was a great little Puffcast.
Yeah. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Really helps
hit
out.
like and
Hit subscribe.
subscribe and tell people to subscribe, and then we're gonna
Share
do
the
this every
video
week.
if you liked it.
And usually what we've done in the past, and I didn't announce this, I should have, is we usually let people who are watching jump on and doing it, but I'm usually way too high on edibles to fucking function by the end of it. And it's all like, and then finally I get you on. I'm like, I miss you all.
I'm so
Someone
and we've been
introduced
talking
me.
for like an hour and a half already too.
Hour and a half? Motherfucker, no wonder I
Yeah,
drive.
so it's like we're like
Okay.
tired.
So what we're gonna do though is I've discovered this new thing that a comic, I won't say who or what it is quite yet, but what you do is we can all hang out in this digital room together. Eventually I'll do shows, but first I'm gonna just do hangouts. So what we'll do is everyone logs on and you create your own mini avatar, and everyone kind of looks like a little Mario. And then what she's done is she's created a layout of the underground from Queen Street, like the front room and the hallway and the back room. And then you just like digitally walk up with your little up button, and you walk up or walk sideways.
So cool.
And then you're in. And then like you'll see other people who have logged on will have their little avatars on there, and we can have little conversations and like go into the back. And then whoever's on the stage their microphone is amplified over everybody else's, so we can't really talk in the back room. So like unlike the old days, I'd have to tell y'all to shut up. No, you just go in, and then you would see the comedian on the stage would have a much bigger screen. So like we would have little mini avatars, and they would have a screen, and they could tell the jokes, and we would laugh, and you could hear the laughter. But then if you wanted to have a conversation, you just kind of maneuver yourself into two chairs, and then suddenly the whole room is silenced, and just you two people can have a
I
conversation.
think it's gonna be great.
So if like Naomi shows up and logs on, and like everyone's gonna want to talk to Naomi, so Naomi can go into the front room, and everyone can just
have a
you
spot in
guys
the
can
corner,
talk
like
and
an
not see the
oracle.
show at all, and we'll be in the back in the same digital room.
Should
Anyway,
build Naomi a
I'm
little
really
throne in the
excited about
corner.
this.
It's
Okay.
cool. That's a cool idea.
And what I wanted to do though is before we start doing shows, I wanted to test it out by having some meetings in there and hangouts. And what I'll do is I'm thinking around Valentine's Day because everybody's going to be super lonely, and that's a shitty time of the year for even couples. I'm fucking stuck with this person for 8 months straight now, or now I gotta celebrate our love. I don't know. Or maybe it's just like people like me who don't give a fuck about it and like love is love and everyone as long as, but now I can't hug everyone.
Like corporate bullshit.
At least we can hang out in this little room and talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll test it out somewhere
cool.
around there. And then once all the audience gets used to that hanging out, then we'll put on a show. Anyway, that's it. I could take up a long time talking.
Yeah.
But that edible really kicked in right about now. We're going to call it a day.
Every Thursday at 8 o'clock.
Thursday,
we go
8 o'clock.
On YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and
420 Puff Mama.
Yes.
And I'll post tomorrow and we'll share. Thanks for everybody for watching. And support live comedy when it comes out.
As soon as it comes back.
Don't forget to love yourself.